Welcome to video number 2 covering the Moomba and Supra AutoWake systems. If you haven't already watched video 1, we suggest stopping this video and watching that one first before proceeding. In this video, we are going to cover the details of what the AutoWake instrumentation is showing you, how to maximize your wave using this instrumentation, and then give some examples of alternative ways to use the system. Let's get into it. First, we will start with the concepts of how waves are created. There are two most important things when building a wake or a wave. Number one, and most important, is how much weight is in the boat. The more weight in the boat, the bigger the wave will be, and generally the more push that you will have. Number two is the boat's position, or the angle that the boat is running at. The angles of the boat will decide the shape of the wave. We mention these things because this is exactly what AutoWake is showing you. Let's look at the Amplitude Display, as it is called on a Moomba, and the wake number, as it is called on Supra. On both brands, it is suggested to mentally divide this bar into thirds and correlate these sections with the wave size. On Supra, the green line represents the potential and the yellow line represents actual. This amplitude display is very useful in that all times you can tell how big your wake can potentially be that day with that setup, and also how big your wake is at that current moment. It should be a goal to get the actual arrow as close to the potential arrow as possible so that you are setting up the biggest wake possible for your current load that day. The amplitude number is saved in the rider profile. The amplitude number has an additional visual display to the right hand side of the 0 to 100 number. The orange line on this display represents the amplitude level, and the blue bar represents how much ballast has filled in order to achieve that level. Next are the pitch and roll displays. Here you should trust that the factory pitch and roll presets will give you very nice wakes and waves, assuming that the system is calibrated correctly. When the system is filling or adjusting, the horizontal bar is orange and the system is still trying to achieve the angle that it needs. When it turns from orange to green, it has achieved. Again, boat positioning is very key in creating great wakes. That's a wrap for video number 2. Hopefully you now have a better understanding of how to read the AutoWake instrumentation and maximize your wave every time you take the boat out. Tune in for video number 3 as we go deeper into some tips and tricks. We hope that you now have a better understanding of AutoWake and ultimately have a better time on the water creating and riding great wakes and waves. If you have any other questions, we encourage you to contact your servicing dealer. Thanks, and see you on the water.